Precious people and wonderful people, I greet you all in the name of our Lord Jesus Christ. I come to you again in order to just give you an advice during this time. I know that men and women of God, some of them have already given advice in different platforms, even their churches, because we understand that this year, as it is already projected that there is drought, as we know that rains are scarce. So for those who are following my messages, you understand that I shared and I promised that I'm going to come and also give you a solution, because I also came across some of the messages even on YouTube. For example, I also saw Bishop Nyamakanga was also sharing on some of the things that people can do. So I'm not going to repeat some of these things, but I'm going to also emphasize on a certain area so that those who want also to take various advices can also be helped. But before I get into what I want to emphasize today, I just want to add on what was said already, that during this time, I know people might have a little bit of cash, and some have cash in their pockets, or they have safety cash. And I believe that it is when things are still okay, when things are still found and people are still able to purchase, it is the time to do so, because if people want to do at the rush, the price will be up, there will be stampede. This is something that was already even advised by other men of God to say, to do things while we still have that opportunity. It's very, very important. You do it at a pace without pressure. So for those who are able maybe to save, they can buy and save. But my message today is to go on the one that I felt that I have to emphasize, although it is something that not many people can adopt this, but it can help. If we read our Bible in Genesis chapter 26, we know the story of Isaac, that he did well during the time of hunger. The method that he used, he reopened the wells of his fathers, Abraham, although there was a conflict, but he was doing it for two reasons. Number one, to do some irrigations, and second, even to water his livestock, to give water to his livestock. But the emphasis that I want to give is because during that time, the Bible is very clear that he harvested 100-fold. There was an abundance, but there was hunger. If Isaac managed to do so during the time of drought, people can adopt that. And what was the method? He opened the wells. So this is something that I just want to emphasize, to also encourage us wherever we are. If we have an opportunity to dig wells, let us do so for those who are able. I know it's labor, but it will help, it will go a long way. Why should we dig them? We can do some small gardens, and people can do gardens, vegetables, and also crops that are able to harvest in quick, small plots, small fields using the wells. It may seem as if it cannot sustain the whole nation. We don't need only to look on the larger scale, but people can do on a small scale, at family level, at community level, at village level. People can do that, rather than just people to cry and say, no, there's no rain, there's drought. I know people sometimes they do some cooperative in different rural areas, using maybe the water bodies that are already existing. But I believe that people can also take this time, come together and dig some wells, and also do some small gardens. This can help them with their families, and they can also sell to those who have cash. This can really help a lot. So I just thought it's very important for us to also take note on this area. This is what I wanted to emphasize as a solution, to say we can sustain ourselves through wells. And if people do like now, the better, because at least the water table will be there. As people time goes on, I think it will be very difficult to reach those water tables. It will be very, very, very deep. So I think if people start to do it now, this can help. This is just an advice that I thought I have to share with others. I know there are many people here who might have similar advice like this. And for those who have livestock, I think it is not a time to sell right now, because this will help them in future, because sometimes cash will be very scarce, and people can use their livestock like goats and so forth in order to do some exchange. So as we are praying as intercessors that this situation will not be very bad, but people should do what other people always say, to say proactive, to think what people can do in order to save themselves. So this is what I thought I have to just share with you. We don't only give prophetic messages, we also try to give biblical advice that are practical. So this is what I thought I have to come and share with you. God bless you. Shalom.